So this is going to be a bit of a different one. Well, not super different, but one of the coolest things that I saw at Drachenfest 2016 was the addition of this like area for birds of prey. They had all these really cool birds and owls and stuff like that. And like the second I saw them, I was like, I have to do a video with these people. And they were super nice, such nice people. I can't actually emphasize enough how nice they were. They were really keen to like get their message out there about how they take care of the animals and rehabilitate some of them. And they were just absolutely lovely people. This is not a sponsored video, just for the record. It probably comes across that way a lot. But if you're interested in finding out more, I'll leave a link down in the description below to their website. Personally, I think this is super interesting and I hope you guys do as well. So I hope you enjoy it.
We're from Sky Hunters in Nature. We are a falconry. We do parties on birthday parties, on weddings, all occasions. We also do bird shows on medieval markets. We do preservation of almost extinguished birds. We take care of wounded animals, mainly birds, but also ferrets. And make sure they get healthy again and introduce them back into the wild. We also do business, we do work with mentally ill people, children, also physically disabled people, to get them into more normal life, get them to work with the animals as a therapy. We do photo shoots with the birds and just make sure people get to know the birds, because a lot of people just don't know what kind of birds we have here in Europe and around the world, and what they look like, what they do, and we want to fill this gap and give lectures. This is Akasha. She's our eagle owl. Akasha is 2 years old. She weighs a little bit more than 2.5 kilos. In wildlife, they get up to 30 years. They get up to 60 centimeters height and have a wingspan of about 1 meters and 80 centimeters. She's really curious and has a really personality. She really shows you if she's having a good time or not. She really makes herself big and claps her beak if she doesn't feel like you touching her or stuff like that. Eagle owls like Akasha can hunt a fox or a young boar on their own. So it's a really big catch. Here you see two of our barn owls. They call it like that because they normally live in barns. We have here a white one called Selenia. She lives in northern England. She's 7 years old. And on the side is Aconaris. He's black. He lives normally in southern Spain. He's 2 years old. In the wild, they can get up to 16 to 18 years old. The really cool thing about them is they have a photographic memory, because they hunt at night, but they can't really see at night, so they hunt by memory. And they have a 3D hearing, because the ears are not on the same sides of their heads, so they can really hear where their prey is. They hunt for mice without really seeing the mice. Here we see two really beautiful birds. They're called Harris hawks. They are normally found in South America up to the middle of North America. They live in desert areas, so every time you see like a John Wayne movie with a cactus with a bird on it, it's one of these birds. So they're really movie stars. The smaller one is called Jarl. He's the male. And the big beauty here in front is Isabeau. She's the female. With Harris hawks, the female is up to 30% bigger than the male, because the male has to go hunt, so he has to be small, agile, quick, so he can get the prey. They can hunt almost grown rabbits. Isabeau is 11 years old and Jarl is 2 years old. Isabeau is the hawk which is also taken on hunt. We actually go hunting with her. And she's able to fly completely free without a leash or something. And we really love our birds and they love us. So she actually comes back to us voluntarily. Because if she wouldn't like the life she's living, she would be able to just fly away on more than one occasion. But they really love the falconer and they really love the job they are doing, and they come back to us on the hand just like that. These two little guys are called little owls. You can see why. They're called Perseus and Romy. Perseus is 4 years old and Romy is 2 months old. They're both fully grown, they don't get bigger. They hunt for insects, little lizards, mice, so smaller animals, but they're really good at it.
So Romy must go to bed.
Perseus weighs 172 grams, so he's really light, but he's really soft and cuddly. They have really beautiful eyes with the brightest yellow. That's because they hunt at dawn. So you can see when an owl hunts by the color of his eyes. Also an important part of our family are the ferrets. We have 7 ferrets in total. They are an important part at the hunt because they get sent out into a rabbit hole to hunt out the rabbits, which then the bird will catch for the hunter. But actually our ferrets are really adorable and are really cute, so you can pet them and cuddle with them. Normally ferrets get about 6 years old. Just as an example how happy and healthy our animals are, one of our ferrets is 9 years old. He's still a part of the group, even though he's almost blind. But the other ferrets take care of him, make sure he feeds enough, protect him, keep him warm because he's losing fur and doesn't have the ability to keep himself warm. So they're really social animals that have to live in a group. So if you adopt a ferret, it has to be 2 at the minimum, because otherwise they would get really unhappy and eventually die. This little fellow is 3 months old and really tired at the moment. They're really playful animals with a lot of energy, so you should go walk with them like an hour, maybe 2 a day. So it's not really an animal for being held in a cage. For keeping a ferret, you need at least 2 square meters for every ferret. So for 2 ferrets, it's 4 square meters at minimum. And also 90 centimeters in height, so they can climb and just play around, because they have to find an adventure every day. As you can see, he doesn't like laying still long. So they like to run through tubes, hide in holes, swing in a hammock, play with balls and stuff like that.
Markt ist wieder da, aber es ist was übrig.
So that was awesome. The people, Jesus Christ! The guys at Sky Hunters in Nature were super awesome and super accommodating. Let me film all their birds and stuff like that. And it was actually really interesting what they're trying to do. And you can tell like they took really good care of their birds. And even I saw them out flying them earlier on in the day. And it was awesome. Yeah, I guess I just want to say thanks in this video to those guys for being so accommodating and letting me film all their animals and stuff, and really going out of their way to give explanations about what they're doing and all the details about the birds and stuff. I really appreciate it. Okay, so I was just kind of trying something new with the little like close-ups of the animals and stuff like that. I don't know if I'll do a lot more videos like this, but I thought this was too interesting a subject not to kind of cover. Do let me know what you thought of it down in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely, if you're interested in birds of prey and stuff, go check out Sky Hunters in Nature's website. I'll have it linked in the description below. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.